Listen, I had a bad morning. Very, very angry. I need a distraction. And I tried to go play some video games, and they're not working. The Vidya did not, in fact, cure my rabid aggression. I have, in fact, sunk my teeth into several plushies and shaken them around like crazy, and it hasn't helped either. So here we are. Whereas, as the... Man, I don't want to talk about... Just put that textbook back where it should be. Alright. Alright. Be gone, foul music. Foul relaxing music. Send us some Skinner us all. Man, it's been a while since we listened to some good old-fashioned Skin Row Soul. It's the first stream since I tormented myself with you know what. And the reason we're here and now is simple. I need a distraction. Video games aren't working. I'm piss and vinegar to the nth degree, and nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to talk. We're having a total communications breakdown with adults, which is always great. These people are grown adults, and some fucking communication would be nice, but no, we're gonna act like little petulant teenagers and not engage in any conversation whatsoever. I must confess, I'm reaching kind of the end of my villain arc. If I ever have the opportunity to nuke the world, I think I just take it at this point. 90% of the population don't need it. Garbage. Get rid of them. Indiscriminate or not, I do not care. I think we all stand to learn a few lessons of living life and being a bit more honest with ourselves. Which puts us right back at Barrel O Mous. I forgot most of what happened, and I probably should have read it. Could have delayed the stream a little bit and just read up on this stuff, but I'm not a man of planning. I'm a man of anger, piss, and vinegar. Notorious substances do not, in fact, conform to shapes. If I recall correctly, we had the auditorium scene where Anna told, you know, Anna, God, those names are terrible in close proximity. Anon and Anon. Ugh. That's terrible. Especially since I say Anon. So it's Anna and Anon. Jesus Christ, that's miserable. That is the worst. If ever there was a fic to teach me how to say Anon consistently, here we go. Yeah, but basically Anna told Anon that he needs to stop being such a big piss baby about it. You were the piss baby once, Anon. Please, be nice. And he pinched his little cheek and gave him a little pinch. And so we're here now. This is the day after. I've already pointed out that I feel like the core premise of this kind of makes Anon a non-possible character. Like, as he exists, it feels like... I feel like the Anon we know and love could come out of this, but not in it, you know? Like, the arc should be that he changes into Anon. Not that Anon already exists. You know what I mean. Anyway, we got Anna. Man, the longer below is sure knows how to get you moving in the morning. After some awkward day at school, Nani and I just went back home and hung out. I managed to get a bit more organizing done while he was able to relax and play some of his games. He keeps calling them Vidya like a weirdo. Ugh, they're called video games, and there's no J in there. Not like I totally get them, to be honest. I'm glad to be doing something productive my time. I find some glorious old tree to hang out in. How is that productive? Why do you include these in the same line? I mean, I guess that's what the ore is doing, but that ore is a fulcrum made of solid diamond to hold on to that leverage, that twist of fate. Sometimes I wonder if I should be worried about my super obvious racial stereotypes. Can we not have this text in this, of all places? I feel like the joke should stand on its own two legs. Then again, I have fun, I enjoy a good time, well, we're about to worry about it. Why am I talking about woke people? Why can't I focus on the story at hand? I don't like this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you're gonna complain about woke people, make it the fucking centerpiece of your story. Like, for what it's worth, that's what Snoop Game did. I don't think you can do it otherwise, because otherwise it's like, buddy, you have a problem, and you need to see a doctor. This is called an obsession, and it's not good for your health. Yeah, he's just a buddy. I get up, and out of bed before Anon does. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Why would Anon wake up? I mean, Anon's like already up. He just went to bed like 2 minutes ago, but we're still counting it. He still needs that alarm, but I know how to rise in the morning with the sun and get things going. Thank you, Dad. What the hell did he do? Did he tase you every day at like sunrise and go, once you start doing this by yourself, I'll stop? I text him to get things ready for breakfast. Yogurt and granola, oh classic. I get it situated before grabbing, so looking to grab some coffee as well. The minutes tick by as I appreciate the quiet of the day. Mom always said that I was a good time to reflect on when no one else was awake in the house. That's weird. So you wake up early in the morning and your mom... I mean, I guess she's a stay-at-home mom because we're going to go with all the stereotypes, which is really weird when your kid's going to college. And considering that on a good financial situation... When the fuck was she home alone? Like, under most circumstances, if she's not a working mom, then yeah, you're kind of in poverty because you're fucking stupid and should, you know, embrace the modern economy that doesn't fly like that anymore, buddy. And if not, then what the fuck is your dad doing? And why wouldn't you take that little extra comfort space? This day and age. Everyone wants a trapped wife until it affects their financials. The minister buys, I appreciate the quiet of the day. Mom always said it was a good time. Okay. The screeching alarm from Anon's room sent out in a short time. What kind of alarm does Anon have? What kind of alarm would he have? Would he have, like, the default phone one? Would he have a big screech? I guess it's implied to be a screech, but we're talking traditional Anon. Wait for it, thought he made contact with the floor, and there's that victory screech of his. Man, he screeches a lot. Are we sure that Anon is not a pterodactyl in disguise? Honestly, my baby brother's so predictable. It's funny. Which is an interesting thing to talk about. Like, someone, you know... I feel like you're diagnosing his autism in real time here, buddy. It's a shame that no one else sees what's so good about him. He's got plenty of qualities to make tons of friends. That he's predictable? I feel like most... I mean, I guess there's lots of people out there who want, like, friends that are like, you know, my friend doesn't do anything. They don't show up to work. It's predictable. Ugh. No. He calls out from his room, a voice muffled by the walls and the drone the ladder mat below. I require breakfast. Or maybe it can improve on a few qualities. A work in progress, Ana. A work in progress. Now I'm saying Ana and Anon. I'm haunted either way. The names are terrible. Like, I know that they're twins, but dude! Tim and Tom are nice and separate, but Anon and Anna. And Anna and Anon. And Anon. Ugh, it's so close. Like, half the mouth is already filled by the time you're done with it. Then get up and get ready, you goober. Come on, Arnie. School won't wait. Again, I said it before and I'll say it again. Ana does not, in fact, feel like she's 18. There's so many tiny little things that make her feel way too mature compared to Ana. This is a problem that happens in a bunch of fics where characters are written way more like they're little baboos. But here it feels especially bad. Because they're supposed to be like fucking twins. And it's like, no, Anna's like miles ahead of Anon. Hell if I know when and where that fracture happened and how that fracture hasn't torn them apart already. Like, there's so many unanswered questions. How is this a stable system until now? I hear a garbled response. If you don't get up, I'll make your favorite sandwiches. Silence, and finally, something resembling proper speech. I'm obsessed. I want to get out of bed. I'm acting like I'm 5. Meanwhile, you're acting like you're already in college. Who was it again that said, it was a guy who posted, I think it was Arthur Kitten's boy wife who made a comment on this. Which I found very appropriate and kind of summarized my personal problems with the situation. What happens if... So the YouTube little drop-down menu is terribly designed because sign out is in a place where you might easily hit it if you're trying to go to YouTube Studio. What happens if I do that in the middle of a stream? It'd be fucking funny either way. I also don't appreciate that Arthur Kittenboy wife said that Alia is supposed to be Bae from Night in the Woods, because that's insulting to Bae. Beatrix is fantastic. Where is it? Oh, is it one of those times it's not visible? It's one of those times where it's not visible where I want it to be. Dude, where is it? Look, I know he said it and it was a comment, right? I guess not. guess not. I guess I'm hallucinating. Great. I'm crazy. Fantastic. But yeah, I feel like a lot of the problems that this fic suffers from could have been solved if you just had Anna be in college already, and Anon is like a legitimate drag on her academic career, because it's like, I can't take care of you, Anon. You're 18. Why can't you make your own sandwiches? And he just refuses to be an adult, and it annoys the shit out of her, because she's like, I'm trying to help my family. I'm trying to be the good person that I was told to be, and all it does is it makes my little dipshit brother fuck my life up. That'd be a fun, interesting story, a nice dynamic. It puts Anon in a position where he's, like, called out a little harder than usual, but maybe you can have Anna even, like, try to suck it up, like, okay, it's just 6 months. 6 months and Anna will be out of here. I can take that, and then show that she can't. It also lets you have a clearer separation of home and at school. It makes clear why Anon doesn't have any, like, greater social skills, despite having massive exposure to normies. Also, it's a little weird to me that, like, 2 popped out and only one of them is autistic. I don't know, something about that just feels weird. It's like, you're twins! Also, one of your twins happens to have no arms, no legs, and the other one is a superstar math athlete. Whatever a math athlete is. Ugh, what a terrible word. A mathlete. I can see why they prop it together, because you can't say it separate. Actually, a bit of it, still his mom's cooking. The morning she spent together with me and her, making food for the day. We're always something I don't like this. This feels weird. I've never seen this as a concept. What do you mean you made food for the day? So, I understand that, like, the idea of, like, you make sandwiches for your kids when you send them off, right? That I can perfectly jive with. But, like, you're planning to go to college. What is this stay-at-home bullshit you're getting along with? Like, before she was talking about her stereotypes and doing something productive, so I can understand that she'd be into this. But then she also talks about, like, the time of, like, I don't know. It's like we're introducing several different core concepts on how she appreciates spending her time, and there's no focus. It's like a tiny thing, but it's starting to become a little pebble in my shoe. It was like, nothing about the matter, I was able to spend time with her. I mean, I understand having a good time with your mom, but, dude. And then I would come and grumble half asleep, and then Dad would sit at the table with this newspaper. I don't know why you still read that thing. Like, who the fuck reads a newspaper this day and age? Dad, get an online subscription. We have a tablet for this. Ugh. I can't believe my dad is like, I don't want to read the advertisements and that, and he just reads the advertisements on the newspaper anyway. Ugh. I take a bath for far from home. Nothing wrong with that. Just something we'll have to adapt to. I would like to point out, I'd be perfectly fine if she was like a stay-at-home mom kind of person, She's like, if I end up marrying a nice guy and I end up just sitting around at home, I'd be fine with that too. We don't get that energy. We get this weird mixture of, like, several completely different characters, and it's kind of, like, we're only a couple of paragraphs into this, and it's all getting spitballed together. We have that she likes to be alone. We get this like, I'm healthy, I'm health conscious, I make food. Like, there's so many tiny little things that come together all at once. And it's all her, and she's alone, she isn't talking to someone, she isn't doing anything. She's just telling us all these things about herself. Which is fine for chapter 1 when we need to establish a lot of details fairly quickly. It's a lot less fine when you're 3 chapters in, and, like, you could have just spread these, like, make some notes. Here's a writing tip. If you have lots of stupid ideas, and it's like, it's getting way too dense with information, just write some of them down in a little notepad, and bring them up later when you have some dead space. Oh, nothing is happening here. Which one of these things can I bring up now? And if you don't bring one of them up, congratulations, you didn't need it. Like, we already know that Aina is, like, the good one of the 2 of them. We've already established that core detail and trait, so we don't need to hammer that home. Also, fucking yogurt? Yogurt? Are you stupid? Are you fucking stupid? Yogurt. Yogurt isn't fucking healthy, man. What you want to go for, if you want something filling, is you want to go for quark. For that nice, curdy cheese. You get a little... there's a blender that has a little vanilla in it. Man, you put some oatmeal in that. Man, delicious, healthy, and filling. You want to get the skinny kind, though, where they, like, skim off most of the fat. That shit's so much better than yogurt. Because yogurt gets so much goddamn sugar thrown into it. Jesus Christ, why are you so stupid? Read the label, woman! Anna does not need the additional sugar. Even if I don't blame himself, there's no way I was gonna leave him alone in a new place. My brother deserved better than that. All of us do. Sup. And on declaration of his arrival is paired with his usual bulk buy ensemble. Why do you point this? This doesn't work like this! Like, in the original, the bulk buy was kind of implied to be a byproduct of his poverty. But here, it feels more like Anon is making a conscious fashion choice. which just doesn't feel right. Because it helped make, like, even the way Anon presents himself to the world is a byproduct of his circumstances because he refuses to change anything. Like, it doesn't even have to be a comment on poverty. It could just be a comment on the fact that Anon doesn't give a shit and refuses to change his environment. But now it's kind of presented more like this is something he chose to do, which doesn't work as well because now Anon is not a leaf in the wind. He has exerted his agency in a minor way that's fairly important. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, it's like we're making lots of little weird mistakes here. What's up? Is that I have... What's up? Oh, wait. Because he said sup. I feel like when you do that, you should say what's sup. Because that's goofier and makes more clear what you're trying to do. But also, I break my pacing, and that kills line flow. Is that I have eggs and toast ready? Toasted eggs doesn't sound right to me. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's one of those British things. I'm gonna make yogurt and sundaes for lunch. You're gonna take yogurt with you? You want to keep yogurt cold, lady. You can't just take yogurt with you. Unless you got one of those cool little freezer packs. At least I like my yogurt, my cork. I don't... Yogurt bad. Cork good. I like my cork. Skinny cork with the fat off. Ballin'? Excuse you? Oh, thank you, dear sister, for delicious food to make every day. Amen. I'm not Jesus. Ugh, stop saying that. It's blasphemy. Jesus is gonna see me coming to heaven and say, Pete's gonna be like, ugh, it's that lady that keeps saying she's Jesus. That's better. I smile at him. Not showing all the teeth, of course, before finishing off the dishes. Like, this works. I get what you're going for. But I feel like a monkey wouldn't smile. Like, it's a very human, not an ape. Apes don't smile. Like, apes don't smile, though. I mean, like, corners of the mouth going up, fair. I'm talking about, like, teeth smiling. Teeth smiling is a human thing. Other monkeys tend to interpret it as a sign of aggression. And apes. Sorry, apes. We're talking about apes, because humans are apes. Taxonomically speaking. Also, filling out the dishes. Thank you, baby brother. I think that's gonna be nice and bright. Thank God we're going back to Anon. 50 minutes, and I already got a headache. Great. I mean, I had a headache for different reasons. Let's get some teenage traffic going. Fuck my life. The sun is still out to give me aggressive skin cancer. The state is out to get me, I swear. Aina insisted that we walk to school this morning. Even if it was cold enough to freeze molecules from moving in the void, there's just enough sunlight to warm my head like a skillet. Of course, my sister thought it was perfect. I always wondered, like, if it's cold but the sun is out, then doesn't that imply that, like, the sun isn't doing a good job today? So you wouldn't get as much sunburn. Like, it feels weird to get a sunburn in the cold, but I've been told that's actually a concern if you're in, like, the snowier climates. Because the sun reflects off the snow and everything, so you get double down on. Goddamn genetics gave her all the hair I had in the womb. That explains it. Hey, no, you've got to watch that the mumble mouth. Never. It's what defines me. Which is weird, because the OG very much didn't like it. And I feel like if you have a twin like this, it also is something. I mean, maybe with her, she's okay with it. But you clearly take after Dad's. She titters in amusement as her tail flips back and forth. She flips her tail back and forth. She flips her tail back and forth. And he clearly looked after you more. What does that mean? The thought rankles. Rankles. Now there's a word I've never seen before. How do I rankle? Cause of a comment or fact, cause continuing annoyance or resentment. Cool. No, that's a verb I've actually been looking for. Because I like saying that something keeps ringing on in someone's head, but rankle does summarize what I'm looking for. Just like I've been thinking of previously, the only reason we have this nice place is because Dad wanted to make sure his daughter was safe. Not me. No, just Anna. Always just Aina. Jesus, fuck, calm down. Aina isn't the source of your problems. Just push that shit down, Tardo. She's your sister. Get it, Tardo? Because he's always late to class. Because he doesn't fucking walk with anything. He just shuffles his feet like a goddamn snail. She doesn't care about you. She loves you. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, no, she doesn't care about that. Man, my brain is all kinds of fucked up. I didn't sleep well. And that was going to happen regardless if I started the stream an hour later. And I kind of want people to show up and say, what the fuck are you doing? I'll say, I'm mad. And you love him. Simian tail strength. Why are we talking about simian tail strength? Does she have a tail that's so strong it might as well be a prehensile penis? I can't believe we're talking about tail sex during my stream! Simian tail strength is what it is because Anna wraps her arm around me with a clench of affection. And I love you back, my little brother. Definitely got all his hair stolen. One day I'll shave you bald and graft it back where it belongs. Oh, you do that? You have to sit down in a tree. I'll survive the drop. I got a rivalry with gravity I can't afford to lose anytime soon. She titters. Why does every fucking woman titter? You know what the weird part is with tittering? It's a verb I've never seen before. Right? I've never fucking seen the verb before. But in the Snoot game community, everyone just fucking throws it around like candy. I don't get it. Or maybe it's like confirmation bias, you know? It's always been there. I've just been too stupid to know it. Ain't that just the way? Oh, we should go to Spears. Talk to Spears, I think. Oh, scratch that. I thought too soon. I really stopped jinxing myself. Say what now? I blink at her in hopefully rather obvious confusion. This sentence implies that you are not confused. This implies that you have already set your mind on the current situation and thus are not confused. I'm sorry. I feel like this line doesn't even need to be here. Because this already summarizes everything and it doesn't break the speaker, other speaker, speaker, other speaker rhythm you got going. Oh, come on! We should at least come say hi sometime. And I think he will point out to us some good ideas on what to do after school. Look for some school activities. What the hell is that about? Oh, extra school? Well, the fact that was a good idea. What do you mean I can have more classes during school time? Well, technically, Anon lunch is 1.5 hours for some fucked up reason. Remember that about Don't Bite Me's original demo? Like, our lunch is 1.5 hours. What the hell? Well, fuck that noise. We gotta make it through school with the regular insanity making grades and passing. Why the hell would you want to add more crap? She frowns. Her tail flicks against my hair. Her tail flick against my hair is a soft thing. It's still a reprimand. Anna, you have to think more about this. What are you talking about? We don't live in Japan. Nobody cares. Oh. What? How? I don't want to become some rando North... I mean some normal rando boring average person. I always like that sentence because Anon is in fact a very normal average person. For all of his, like, self-aggrandizement, the guy is mid. And at best has a sense of humor. It's funny. It's great. Like, how the hell can you say this, Anon, when, like, you spend your entire day playing video games and talking online? Like, what actually separates you at this point? What has made you interesting? Because he never brings this up with anyone. Like, externally, you're boring as hell. He doesn't want to talk about video games. He gets nervous around girls. You can't exactly talk about the fact that you harass strangers on the internet with random people. Like, you're boring. You got nothing to say. Which, again, makes the whole thing with Fang kind of a miracle. Definitely implies that, like, Reed and Trish are dreadful to be around. If Anon's the measurable improvement. Better, that should be a comma, that should be a lowercase b, because technically this is a continuation of the sentence. But do you remember Mom and Dad told us, told you? It was initial talk from my old daddy dearest, college or the military, and he didn't care which. But that was more directed at me than Anna. I like how she was included in this Why was she even there? Was she just like, oh, Dad, let's have a talk? He's like, no, I'm here to talk to Anna. I was like, no, I want to be there. And this is a really awkward conversation. Listen, I'm stupid, and even I knew to excuse myself a couple of days ago when I was with Mom and my sister. They were like, we're going to have some one-on-one time. And I like, wink, I'm out of here. Which is the worst goddamn move possible, because Mom found out, and holy hell, did she lose her goddamn mind. Mom rarely gets angry, she went full-blown ape shit. She's a monkey, Anon, not an ape. Her screaming, her teeth flashing. It's, again, super weird that apparently Aina smiles with teeth showing when this is clearly an aggressive sign that people understand and contextualize as such. Why does she have that as a thing? Like, that's the thing no one talks about, is if you have different species and you're gonna go with this, why the fuck is the body language here universal? I mean, I understand why. Long-term exposure between species. But you have to be consistent with it. You can't go, oh, she still kept that. And Bristle Fur was so heated in a rage that she nearly went nuclear. Although I kind of like the idea that this is, like, primordial stuff shining through. Like, in polite context, they never do it. think that's what they're going for, maybe. It was a terrifying sight. Yes, because that's the only fucking thing people do with their wives, is they're super calm and then they become so ingy. It's fucking lame. Have a different mom for once. Also, I find it hilarious that your mom has an issue with the military. Doesn't dad work for the military? I thought it was implied that, like, your dad worked for the military. Or maybe they got off a different fic. God, I'm getting all kinds of mixed up. Also, you live in America, and I get the impression that your family's pretty damn boring, so shouldn't you have a high opinion of the U.S. military and being a service member? Like, aren't most Americans, like, veterans are wholesome people? Why the hell would your mom be against it? Are you at war? Is there a risk that Anon will die in the battlefield? Listen, you have, like, a 20-year period between the U.S. going to the Middle East. I know that right now that entanglement is ongoing, but, yeah, no, but, yeah. I guess technically, no, he was 2020, so he would have made it. He would have been fine. That nearly had a heart attack from the screaming rage he spewed in his face. No amount of grooming. I can't believe my dad had to pick all the lice off. Poor man. Our promises were able to sate her simian shitfit. Damn. It was only when... I like I called it simian shitfit, but you called it apeshit earlier. Anon, I feel like Anon should be the kind of person to know the difference, right? If it's like a weirdly specific thing to not understand when it's like your actual family. It was the only thing she told him to do... Wait. It was the only thing when she told him to do all of that to us that he found this... Oh. I still remember my dad shaved imprint on the couch afterwards for several days. Did he just sit there for... Oh, because he slept on it. I thought he was like sitting... No, he slept on the couch. Ah. I mean, I want to point out that sleeping on the couch, those are not well ventilated, so there's probably like a lot of sweat. There's just a sweaty imprint of your dad there now. Gross. This helps no one. And then I remember how Aina and I had an all-expenses overnight vacation weekend far and away from them. Two of us were sent out to a nice campground with plenty of trees to climb and enjoyed some good video. I like how you went on a fucking... Oh wait, I thought it was a camping trip. No, it's an overnight vacation. Oh, this is to a campground and Anon is playing video games. No thoughts of your parents having jungle fever. Let's be clear. I hate this so much because this is exactly the fucking dynamic between Ripley and Samantha. And I don't like that you're just copy-pasting that onto a different family. Give them a different dynamic. I'm not saying the mother needs to be the butch guy and the dad needs to be the little weenie. But you could have it be that she's not throwing a shit fit. She's just like, listen, honey, I understand what you're trying to do here, but this is not a healthy way of going about this. And she's more mature about it. And it's not all supposed to be a fucking joke. This story is trying to not be a joke, so stop being a joke. With Anon, again, the comedy was kind of the carrying, doing the carrying. Here it's... I feel like this joke would work better if you had the sprites dancing in the background and doing the shit flips. Oh, God, please, don't think about DTT. The Dark Dirigible Titan. That's DDT. Man, am I glad those don't actually share acronyms. That would be terrible. Could never play balloons again. Anon, little brother. Oh, yeah, right, college. Think about that. Okay, so, I don't know how to feel about this. Again, the whole army or college thing made sense because in a US context, that is kind of how that turns out. And it's, I personally would step out of the way of it most of the time, but it depends on the story. Because, like, half of it is supposed to be, Anon, you either start showing some initiative or we're sending you to whoever the fuck will hire you. It's kind of what the actual threat is. Yeah. Like, the part of the army is not just that you are sent there to work, it is you're stuck there for like 4 years or they'll come after you and put you in jail. It's a way to get rid of someone. Ibok, it makes Anna's flinch. Shit, fuck, cool. I mean, yeah. I could do it with a squeak in my voice. After the thing with Dad, he told us we should focus on college. That it would help get us the help we needed to where we wanted to go. To do whatever we need to or whatever. Exactly. Rise and inspect me for any rumbling brain drain before nodding once. And that means we gotta talk to John to figure something out. I still don't like John Spears. I feel like if you're gonna call a caveman, you know, give him a name. Call him Prometheus or Amadeus. Like, make him sound like an ancient Greek, like, legend man from times long gone. Call him Ra. Be funny about it. Like, what the fuck kind of name is Ra Spears? Prometheus, the fireman. He's like, yeah, my parents were weird about it. Hey, now, no one complains about the 75% of men called Mohammed in the Middle East. You have any idea how many, like, Neanderthals are called Prometheus? The odds ain't that much better. Honestly, the amount of normal humans that are called Anon is ridiculous. That's why no one ever called his name out. It's just a normal-ass name. It's not like the dinosaurs who get normal people names around here. Actually, is Spears just his first name? Isn't that lady Zendaya who also has, like, no other last or first name? Like, what happens at that point? Don't think a European language is built for this. Even though, ironically, that is how, for the longest time, societies functioned. Is that you had one name and that's it, buddy. Like how I got in music class and you're on home ec? Wow, that is such a clumsy fucking line. I love that you're informing us of information that is actually not relevant right now. Like, I get that you want us to know this, but you could make this clear any other moment in any better way. We don't need this information right now. Kinda. I think if also, for someone who's trying to get into fucking college, home ec? Sorry, buddy, fucking home ec? You know, college is going to be real impressed that I can cook a lasagna. If you're trying to get into college, like, do some preparatory stuff. Like a sports thing, not home ec. Like, considering she already does, apparently, most of the housekeeping, what do you need home ec for? You already get that experience at home. I think if we manage to explore a little and we can discover more about what we want to do, we're going to do the work. And pick up some extracurriculars. So we could look at scholarships? Yeah, sure. Now she just have to drive that home again. Sure, sis. Follow along. Let's go talk to Spears and figure out what school we're gonna both get into together then. That feels so weird. That's so weird that you go to the same college. Like, I understand the same high school, because that's mostly based on geography, like where you live. But college? There's no point in college to say, fuck you, I'm going somewhere else, see you later, buddy. The smile is tight. Alright, let's go. The grip on my arm is fierce as she leads me further in. Once I manage to get inside, it's the same bullshit as before. Students stare, whisper, and try to peg us in their own worlds. Jesus Christ, Anon, stop thinking about sex! At least no chocolate fox had the dumb idea of trying to ogle Ana again this time. I'll make it through the halls to John's office. It's not even with an H. Man couldn't even buy an H. He always was a fan of being punctual. He halted from doing so by the side of a purple power trike. Power trike? Having a little discussion with a peachy president. I hiss. Damn, I think that's one of the band members. Ina glances at me and nods her head. Yeah, the puzzles the conversation. Damn, she sounds pissed. Well, makes sense. I look at her and remember what verbal lashing she laid my way. I can apologize to her. Whoa, she just bumped into me without even trying to walk around with a bitch. What is her problem? Well, you know, you can't say that on a Christian manga. You can't say that in a Christian manga. Smack. Hang on. Well, fist, tail slaps, that hurts. Why does she actually just smack him with her hand? I don't like this idea of, like, I get that it's a prehensile thing. But do you have any idea how shit your leverage is for a tail to smack someone upside the head? Do you have any idea how much more your hand has? Your arm is way better for this. It's built for this. Come on. Why the hell do I have a beep boop going on at 9:30? Apparently it was nothing. Oh, hi, you two! Diabetes made manifest in the form of a dino. That's a fucking clunky sentence. Just say diabetes made manifest. It's our ears once. This, again, is such a weird thing to say. In a world where dinosaurs are like perfectly normal, average people that you exist around, because, again, they don't really seem to do much with the thing. I think Don't Bite Me is going to do a little more with it. It's really weird to call it out all the damn time. That's like having a friend and, like, constantly calling out that he's white. It's like, yeah, my white friend. It's like, everyone is white. We're in Scandinavia. Why do you keep mentioning it? That's exactly what my white friend would say. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean? Get a load of all these snowmen over here. You're white! What are you talking about? It's just like really weirdly written. And it's the single most distracting thing in the entire book. It's fantastic. The whole thing is just supposed to be a joke about, like, how awkwardly written it is. God, what a shitpost that would be. It's like the one fucking thing. And it's consistent, and it's everywhere, and it gets called out, but it never stops. And it never gets explained either. Everyone is just like, stop, that's weird, but it never gets explained why it's happening in the first place. Just that the main character insists upon it. And it never happens with anyone else. Never with the... Oh, man, oh, fuck. It also happens with the dogs. And it's, like, really weirdly written in such a way as to imply that the dog is also a person. That's fucking great, actually. It's like you're never certain who's actually a character or not. Although, technically speaking, Safi, a house could be a character if you do enough with him. I talked to Anon all about this at his lunch. Oh, wait. Glad to see you. How are your days? You've been here for, like, 2 days, man. I love... Okay, I want to point this out. I love how many fics have characters be around for like a day, and then immediately everyone's like, how was your day? How's your school? How do you think about school? Like with Ferris, it's fucking weird. It's just getting weirder with the day. He's known as Ina with a giggle. I talked to Ina all about his at lunch, but how was yours, Ina? Just fine, Naomi. Just trying to make it through my day. I don't like that. Okay, everyone fucking hates Ina. I hate that. Sorry, hates Naomi. And I don't know why. Again, we're not changing dynamics with everyone. And that's a problem. Because a lot of character voice is found in those nuances. Like, having Anna be generally more accepting of people is a great way to give her her own voice, whereas Anon is more of a little skeptical bastard. Character voices are found in many ways, not just word choice. Like, what they prioritize in a given situation also matters. Did they notice details? Did they notice broad strokes? Are they attentive to someone's emotions or to what they're saying specifically and nothing else? Oh, goodness, we have a lot to talk about then. Oh, fuck that. Actually, Naomi, I interrupt before she can start a pre-programmed diatribe trying to decide with questions. That's a fucking shit sentence and you should feel bad. I feel like diarrhea of questions works better. It also is a lot more anal. Mind if we go check in on the principal space? We've got some questions. Turquoise eyes blink at us before she nods. Sure. Anything you need help with? Oh dear, do you need the lunch assistance program? And of course, we're gonna have an excuse. Why not? Because this fucking thick is just doing all the little side steps we all know are going to happen anyway. What? What made her think that? Well, no, it's because I'm human. Well, she's a monkey, and you're a human. So you're obviously mixed race, which strongly implies that you're one of the lesser families that are not living up to the pure-blooded nature. I'm sorry, Mudblood. Get out of here. Oh, no, thank you. We'll make our own food, Naomi. It turns out it's actually relatively cheap to, like, make some food once you stop buying all the cup noodles. Listen, I like good cup noodles. And that stuff is, like, twice as expensive as the next best option. And 3 times as expensive as, you know, I have a preference. I will not base myself eating subpar noodles. And it's like $5 a cup. What the hell are you talking about? That's like $20 worth of noodles every day. Jesus. No wonder you always run out of pocket money. Realization, colors, or features. What color is realization? She seems to color it. Don't fucking double up on your verbs, buddy. Well, that's perfect. Well, that's perfect then. If you want to consider vegan recipes with you, even some vegan exclusive grocery stores and restaurants, there's plenty in the area. A gag. Kill me. I'm not going to become a soy boy. My testosterone is already really low because I've castrated myself with how I sit every day. Smothered my balls with so much heat that it sterilized itself. But we can talk later. I have to check the space now. Naomi seems to hold up an idea and a snoop. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, she's like choking on it, basically. I run her right over. What? It's in her mouth. What do you mean you run her? Do you want her mouth over? You're mixing your metaphors in goofy ways, buddy. Thanks, Charlotte. Bye. Barreling over, attempted to grab us. What the fuck is happening? Why is, like, Naomi has never been this aggressive with her things, right? It's always been that Anon is too much of a wimp to move out of the conversation. It's never been that Naomi is that assertive with what she wants. Like, even during the prom night, in like, the later endings, it's very much that Naomi's just like, hey, can we just talk for a minute? And I was like, sure, why not? And I try and get into the office without much further ado. What are you at, box? Which is funny, because she doesn't seem to say all that much. I'm pretty sure you said more than she did. Anna instantly alights on the principal in front of us, who seems too comically large for his desk. Why do you say seems? Why can't he just be comically large for his desk? Honestly, I feel like a clown car compares to be much better suited. Good morning, John. Anna, John. And John looks up at us, oh man, my brain is so fucking deep fried. I didn't sleep for shit and I got nothing for it. I'm mad. I'm so fucking mad! Maybe this wasn't the best idea. Maybe we'll just do one chapter, and then we'll do another stream tomorrow where we actually get some pacing going. 'Cause fuck me, man. I kind of just want to go back to bed, but it's way too light, and I'd fuck up my sleep schedule in the kind of way that only legends can ever hope to overcome. Ugh. Good to see you two again. It brings me to my office. Oh, we had some questions, extracurricular clubs, things like that. What can we do? To look nice on a college application. I like how she's totally controlling the conversation, as usual. Which is weird to say after you control this conversation with Naomi, Anon. What the fuck do you mean? You can't say stuff like this when you've already shown otherwise. Like, I get that Anon is a point of view character, is inherently unreliable, but you can't have someone contradict themselves like this unless you want them to sound like an unreliable narrator. And Anon hasn't really tried to postulate himself as such. He's mostly been alright and on point. Especially since he likes his sister. It's weird of accusing him of that, or her of such a thing. When again, he just did that. So he's still for a moment. When he does move, he has a small smile and plays with an affectionate nod. I want to say in place of an affectionate nod, which is a weird thing to be like, why isn't he nodding? That's a lovely idea and one I'd be proud to help with. Although, truth be told, why don't you ask the student council president? It feels more like something she should do than the fucking principal. Shouldn't you ask your teacher, your homeroom teacher, instead of the fucking principal? This is like, man, hey boss, I wanted to ask if someone could like clean up the toilets. Like, I'm the fucking CEO. Why aren't you talking to your manager about this? Or the janitor? Why me? It looks over us both when this phone drops. We don't have much time, Harvey. You kind of showed up right before class starts. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? Well, it's source to look over. Would you mind suggesting for myself? Splendid, do some quick ones. Oh my god. Ugh. I have to say, I'm not liking this, but I'm also in like the shittest mood possible. So it's honestly a miracle that I've gotten this far without shitting myself. Oh yeah, they're going to the fucking track team. Again, I have serious concerns about how much this is Anon compatible. Yeah, this music's so nice and jazzy. Let's put on something else. All kinds of fucked up. Yeah, the Mario movie had Fox in it, so probably gonna be a lot of fan art of that guy for a while to come. A while to come. Oh no. The lullaby is slowly lulling me to sleep. Totally not me, actually. What the hell? That was not the time, buddy. It's a weird thing to call love, but I forgot already. God, man, my brain's such a mess. The anger doesn't help, you know? When you're all frustrated, you're all just mad about things. All feels like a lost cause. All this trouble for what? All this trouble for what? But we gotta finish the chapter. I don't like leaving hangnails, because I'll always forget where I was. Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna kill my sister! Both of us are out here on the track team. Because we all know that I don't like this for a variety of reasons. One being that you've created a situation where they're in high proximity. They already do that at home. You don't need them to be somewhere else. Like, mechanically and narratively speaking, I don't... And just like consistency for the characters. It's such a weird thing to do. Somehow NASA found us both checking things out and gave us a guided tour. At the very end, it gave us a whole damn show. I hope we're not doing that thing DTT did where it's like, we're track stars now, and it's like, bitch, you've been here for 2 months. So here I am puffing and running as hard as possible on the track. I can feel my muscles burning like molten lava, every tendon and bone connected to them, insist to try to break free for sweet death. I don't think breaking free of your body is going to kill them as fast as they were hoping. Come on, Anna, just a little bit more. Jesus, fuck, does she have to rub it in? How did you get talked into this? You just told Naomi to go fucking kill herself and fuck off out of the conversation, but you let your sister talk you into something that you absolutely hate? Why are you this fucking dense, Anon? Like, I feel like there's a point to be made that your sister has too much control over your life for what's healthy for you at this point, Anon, because this is actually genuinely harmful to you. I don't want to be the guy who tells you this, but you shouldn't let your nerds outside like this. Good job, Anna! A familiar voice rings out from the beak of a familiar and unfazed athletic terror. Nasa seems rather pleased jogging next to my sister. You really gonna nag for this? You ever just started joining the track team? Isn't that literally what you were talking about? Small laughter, and it is her companion to the end. What the fuck do you... Like, I know what you mean, right? But that's a weird metaphor to throw out. It's not that important. Let me point out that, like, this is fine if it's an important smile or laugh. But this is just like an affirmation of a question. That's not all that relevant. Maybe I gotta keep things going to figure it out. Yeah, a lot. Gotta figure it out. Yeah, well, at least you're trying together. Let's finish this last so you can try a few more things. How the fuck did you get Anon into this? What did she do? How big was the revolver? Oh god, please kill me. Save me. Either one's fine. We could get on my sister's face to something else, I know all too well. She bolts. I seem somewhat surprised for a second before tilting down and following. Goddamn athletic freaks. It makes me take another few minutes. Get her out of the track. But I finally finish. He's certainly gonna give me applause. Take the card, said I'll take the fucking card. Good job. Nasser comes over with a clap on the back. How the fuck did he do that? You're flat on the ground. Oh, he didn't fall over. Ah. Well, someone under the impression that Anon would just fall over dead at the end. Or at least sit down. I feel sorry for the sweat. He's likely to just drown the limb. What do you mean, limb? Your hand is not a limb. It's the extremity of the limb, perhaps. But fuck. God. So many, like, clunky lines in this. It's like it's really trying to have fancy lines, but it doesn't know how to make them work. Hard to get to that first lab if you've never experienced it. Like, this is usually what I get rid of on my own, like, editing rounds. Is I get rid of shit like this that I'm like, I'm so smart. It's like, you're not smart. You're confusing the reader. And you're being goofy. In a bad way. It was fun. Well, it was really the only thing to do here. But don't you guys have, like, a rock climbing wall? Because I'm a monkey. I like climbing. Hello, I'm a stereotype. From here to Tokyo. What? No goddamn way. There's plenty of other stuff. We're taking too long for the tour. Oh shit, here we go again! Well, that's something new. Oh my god. Is Anon good at something? Okay, listen, I'm starting to lose my patience with this. Why are we using Anon again? If we're gonna make him a star javelin thrower. Also, what fucking school does javelin throwing? This is a dinosaur school, and humans are good at throwing. Like, I get that, but fucking dinosaur school has a javelin team? Well, that's something new. Holy crap, look at that skinny. Take it to you, jerk. Shut the fuck up! God, it's so tangential. It's like I'm reading... It's like an autistic person trying to talk, but they really want to impress me with their linguistic skills. They're just going all over the place. Incapable of focusing. That's ADHD you're thinking of, not autism. Autism is the opposite. An autistic person would have the fucking decency to focus! Jeez, man. Asuka said to my little brother with an appreciative expression. What? Why? What does he appreciate? Shouldn't he be impressed? The quivering javelin. Why is it uppercase javelin? You're not German. 70 yards sticks out like a flag. Anna was bent over slightly in a hunch. Well, I was disbelieving it to the extreme. What is the world record for javelin? 98.48. Oh no, that's meters. Yards are slightly shorter. Why the fuck is it measured in feet and inches instead of yards? Ugh. Never try to understand imperial units, Safi. For some reason, they like to use feet, even though they have yards. Get it? Yard, stick, flag? Ha! And it was the hunch, and it was completely fair. To be fair, I don't expect him to do that well with this. I may love him to death, and my turn is exactly what athletic shit. How the fuck can he throw? Yep, now, he seems to have found his hidden... What do you mean? He doesn't move. He plays video games. What part of him makes him good at throwing? Is it wrong to note how humans have found evolutionary throwing objects? Yes, I know that. But that doesn't... That's like... Compared to animals, not like... What are you talking about? Somebody's throwing a spear chucker. He's throwing a javelin, which is a spear! I may drop quickly from an especially tall tree. Jesus fucking Christ, you can't say... This feels like it's supposed to be a comedy routine, but none of the actors are good at it. Holy shit, I did that? Shouldn't someone like Adon be immediately skeptical of the environment? What would Adon actually think of this? Would he even want to be a jock? Would he even want to have something he's good at like this? Wouldn't he be self-defeating and say like, well, if I do this, I'm just going to be disappointed when I have to go up against the actual contestants? Or something like that. Surely, man. Orange, tipped claws, Pat's moves came firmly on the back. Why is she so descriptive about this? You don't have to call this out. This is not the time. You're not... Like, if Anon was this, it'd be weird, because, like, how the fuck could he see these hands? But for her, it's so weird. It's so interested in telling me that it can talk smart. We gotta get to try a few more things, I think. Ever tried discus or shot put? I don't speak Latin. Oh, ever tried discus or shoot put? Oh, yeah, I heard of those. Oh, brother, this guy stinks! What did I do? I just offered to show him some stuff. I'm talking about Anon. His truck is terrible. We'll quickly find out Anon was not great at this because he's spinning him in place. Makes him dizzy and nauseous. So hammer throw was also out. Shotput seems to be doing okay. So I don't wonder I'm prior to him. Man, it is interesting how many sports are just about throwing something, huh? You got your baseball. You got your toss during football, American football. You got your discus. I guess depending on how you want to put it, technically hockey is about throwing stuff, but it's more about holding on to something and then launching it, which is still about the manual dexterity. God, what else is there? To an extent, volleyball, but in a different way. I mean, ball sports in general are quite common, and balls tend to be easily held, so... I guess technically also soccer, because there are 3 throws. Some amount of small pride of wonders flits through him. I feel it in myself jump up and down as a personal cheering team of one. Who the fuck is he doing these rehearsals with? Is Nasser just running inside and getting out random props for Anon's comedy routine? Oh, awesome, Anon, that's great. You found something you're really good at. Ah, thanks, sis. When I go to the back of his neck, a familiar expression of doubt. Again, you're over-describing the shit and the clarity is gone. I know what you're saying. Anon is rubbing the back of his neck. Why are you over-describing it? Just use English. Damn, that's not a good sign. Also, it's implied to be familiar to you because you're his fucking twin. I'll say. Nasser rumbles while tapping his beak with one claw. A few seconds pass. As he considers the lone human. Anon, would you like to consider joining us? Why is it always that seconds pass? Why is it like so rarely people use the sentence structure of he thinks for a few seconds? Always time just passes entirely as a separate sentence construct. It never passes as the result of someone taking an action. It never takes someone a few seconds to do something. It's always they're standing there and then the seconds pass and then something else happens. The excitement in me at the idea of Anon joining clashes with the self-doubt. What? The excitement in me at the idea of Anon joining clashes with the self-doubt. These are your feelings. You haven't said shit. Why would they clash with his self-doubt? There is no clash. There's a contrast, but no clash. No, man. It seems, no rush. Orange and gray scales. We've already commented he's orange. Stop calling him a Cheeto. Wave in a placating gesture. What the fuck does that mean? Can he ripple his scales like people who can wiggle their ears? Like I said, just consider. Just give it some thought for a day or two. Hit me up in the next day or so. Why did... Listen, I understand what you're trying to do, but in these kinds of sentence structures, you want to avoid this. You want to have to say, just give it a thought for a day or two and hit me up when you're ready. Like, don't call it another day. He's like, a day or two, and then he says the next day. Like, does he mean the next day after the day or two, or does he mean tomorrow? Right now. Indecision stillness. Stillness eyes. Anon nods once. Why are we in Anon's point of view when this is Anon's scene? God, there's so many weird decisions here. I'm sorry to say, but Swanfather remains fucked up. And not in a funny way. But in a way where it's like he's bludgeoning the concept of literature to death. It's not even a fun kind of gory. Nasser takes it with enough satisfaction before talking to me. It's you, and you managed to run and sprint pretty well today, which is really weird for a monkey. Like, I know that humans are endurance hunters, but you're a monkey, not an ape. And monkeys are like good climbers, not runners. Like, monkeys explicitly do not run on two hands. They go on all fours. What the fuck do you mean you're good at running? Like, we're talking about genes being the reason Anon is... It's so weird. Why can't you just be on a rock climbing team? Maybe they could chew you on the team? What are you talking about? The kid is coming out. The thing coming out is Alma, because for some fucking reason, Anna is just conjoined with her mother. This is so fucking weird. Why is their family so important all of a sudden? Like, I get that they're twins and that's the important family relationship, but they keep calling back to her mom. It's like, if we did that, how will if anything but anything else? Double trouble. Escape with no trouble, but no stubble. Anon's bubbly cackle. Jeez, what do you mean bubbly cackle? Where did Anon go? Why am I even reading this? It's like we're not even doing Snoot Game. We're doing something completely different. None of this feels like Snoot Game. When is Anon gonna kiss Fang? Come on. I'd like to point out that in the original, those are way heavier focus on like Fang's involvement and everything. And here it's like Fang is just like sidelined by Anon's own sister in a way that doesn't work for the story. She goes with a brief grimace. God, it's humor so cringe-inducing. I mean, I thought it was funny. Hopefully he won't wait till you see what I could do with my hands on the keyboards. But oh, Spugs and neckbeard like wait, hold up. The man who literally moved schools because of his online fuckjob business is just going to confess to this to a guy he knew for less than a week. I'm afraid to say that we've officially entered satire territory in terms of, no, you're not serious, are you, Swanfather? What the fuck? I think we're dropping the voices, because I can't muster the energy at this moment. I instantaneously facepalm. God damn it, Anon. Not so please. Neckbeards, is that a medical condition? The urge to smack is strong, so strong. Be strong, Anastasia. Be strong for mother. Why, your mom? You've already smacked him several times today. We should get going, I think. And drop it for my dearest brother can continue with his internet jargon. It's not a good day, but I need a good shower. Yeah, right, but, guys, school hasn't started yet? Nasa smiles at above again. Something in his eye catches my attention. A certain pain I think I can recognize. What the fuck are you talking about? You've known him for a day! Different enough that I cannot place it. See you at lunch. What? Why would he suddenly immediately switch to, like, Fang? God, the writing is so fucked up and shit. God. Like, the thing that's worth pointing out is that, overall, if you squint and blur your vision a little bit, right, and you just kind of let it smear together, It kind of works. Like, structurally, it achieves its intended objectives and gets the plot beats out there. But fuck if it's not terrible at doing so. All I can see is, like, the better version, where you apply some sandpaper to smooth it out a little bit, and it gets some refined, detailed structure. Later, NASA, Anon waves our friend away. His retreating form gives us a moment of privacy. Dang, he does not look winded at all. I'm gonna be dead on the moment I wake up tomorrow. I was in bed last night and tried to, like, sit up or, like, move myself a little bit because I felt something under my, like, butt. And when I did so, like, one very specific tiny-ass muscle was like, ah! I just started screaming in agony. And now it's fine. So hell if I know what that was about. It's like suddenly my appendix decided to be infected for like 1 minute. Well, that's why I gotta get home and wash up. I stretch my arms back, enjoying the feeling of burning muscles easing out. I can make us something healthy. Can't we just eat junk? And I'm the raccoon, everyone. Actually, I say that. I really like the mental image of, like, Anna the raccoon. Listen, I'm part raccoon. My mom was weird, okay? I know what are you talking about. Our dad is the raccoon, you silly Billy. Don't say it. I told her to know about my raccoon tail. What, that thing that's behind you? Honestly, I saw that he thinks he's so sly. Oh. No, not when I'm in charge. Oh, Bo, just because you went a few minutes earlier? Yeah, we honor your gripe. Come on, sweaty, you stink. Downside of, actually, wouldn't prefer just hold on to the sweat. I gotta go take care of something real fast. Whoopsie snickerdoodles. Shit. Well, hot dog. I love that line. It's my favorite line. Man. All right. Let's get back to it. What a mess that was. What a mess, you. Where were we? Just gonna get drunk. I found jag var nog grab knock on turistic. Maybe I'll make him one of Mom's casserole chicken as a surprise one night. Casserole chicken casserole. It is chicken casserole, Safi. You're stupid. As the closest is gonna get to drunk. I like how you're basically saying that your mom makes shit casserole. Wow. For someone who keeps invoking the name of Lord Mom, sure are a jerk about it. He grumbles a few lines and we walk our way home. I think I have to think of the best time to let him know that I think he really has a knack for the track. What are you talking about? Is that track and field? Is that a broad? Hold on, I don't even know what track and field is. Oh, so that includes throwing. I never knew. That does explain a lot. American athlete Jim Thorpe lost his Olympic medals after taking expense money prior to 19... Olympic amateurism rules. What the fuck? And Carl Lewis. Even if he likes muscle mass, it's clear that Anon is going to have something going for him at these last two events. Sadly, I just wasn't feeling it. Looks like I have to find something else and leave Anon to terrorize the track team on his lonesome. I like how you're like, I'm gonna set him up, but I'm not joining. Come on, at least have some spirit. But I'll be close by to cheer on him regardless. You could have been closer if you joined the track and field team. All in all, I think this was a good day. Tomorrow we'll check out the gardening club. I wonder how that will go. I like how you leave him alone, man. Does he look like he's having a good time? You're all like, you gotta do it because it's healthy. Why isn't there familial conflict based on the fact that she's clearly forcing him to do stuff he doesn't want to do? Or after I can't breathe. Rosa, the lovely English president, put me and Ani at a squeeze, a hug while lifting us off the car. How the fuck can you hug two people at once? One person I can believe. And I know Anon's pretty skinny. But I refuse to believe that Anon's that easy to hug. God, for having to make us adorable. That's gross. Also, I always thought it was dino-human DNA that did it, not like human and simian. Because that introduces a whole third category of things. But doesn't apply to, like, hybrids in general. That's even weirder. I can't believe I'm a pureblood. All I get is social capital. And none of the genetic benefits. Actually, wouldn't logically, if that was the case, wouldn't they have risen to, like, some sort of, you know, higher elevate? I don't even know. Holy moly, what do you eat, Rosa? Ah, pardon. I was just so excited to see potato peppers. Rosa giggles. She looks us up and down. Anon, Ana. Anna is a fucking Spanish name, if I recall correctly, man. They know what Anna is! Anon, Anna. It is a good sight to see you both here. Please follow me. We dutifully follow the excitable Latina into the depths of the gardens. Listen, the gardens are very low down. Calling them the depths feels so fucking weird. Like, what depths? You can still see the school from here. I whistle as I look around. Perennials, annuals, shrubberies, and all kinds of walks of flat life are around us. If this was Rosa's labor coming to fruition, I could see why she's so excitable. Green stem more like green soul. Why are we doing this? Like, the gardening club has always been a bit of a secondary element, and it mostly exists for some gags, / to give Anon a moment with Fag alone. It's never really meant to be a thing like this. And some fics, they do kind of bring it out. I don't know if this one needs it. We're over to the track and field team. Why can't Anna just... She already got... Oh, I don't get it. It's so confusing and muddled with what it's trying to achieve. It's not a focused story. Stella Hermana, come and greet our guests. Potential numbers. Get out of back thick there already. The elbow in his ribs rewards me with a grin and a sour look. Mumble mouth. He grunts again. God, if he keeps that up, he'll turn into Dad sooner than I thought was possible. He would look absolutely awful with that mustache, though. Yuck. What the hell does Dad's mustache have to do with any of this? A lime green Stegosaurus eventually makes her way over to us. Bashful is the way I would describe her. With sweet droops. So doesn't bother. That shirt is a choice. I glanced at Anna. Yep, definitely staring. My subtle chill prod to his back jerks him back to awareness. His blush of embarrassment gets a small smirk out of me. Don't be too hasty, little brother, and don't be so crude. If we're doing an Anon Stella thing and it's not after E1, like Bad Apple poisoned the well, man, what an idea. What a concept! I'm Stella. My goodness, Stella, we're only trying to help Anissa. Oh, hi there, Stella. I'm Anastasia. Anna for short. Man grabs onto my brother's arm with a warm grip. And this is my twin Anon. Sup? Are you a nerd? Stella rolls a blink at that, but smile. What does it have to be mutually exclusive? Why does it have to be a contradiction? It may be surprising to hear with twins, but they roll along with it. Oh, that's what they're about. I thought it was Anon, being fucking goofy. Not even a comment, I like that. Like, there's a way to handle this, where you put sup on the same line, so I don't know, man, there's all kinds of structural stuff you can do to fix this. Welcome to the club. We like to spend our time here in the gardens. We'll make them all look pretty for school. Are you fucking 5? We'll make them look pretty for... Ugh. Oh, they look lovely, Rosa. Yeah, I like you. Rosa's done a tremendous job. Gracias, Ana. Again. Honestly, I'm not as mad about this as I am with Amber. Mostly because the Amber thing is just fucking stupid as all hell. Because it's a proper noun. And, like, with Anon, I can kind of see it. Because Anon's name is a little weird. But fucking Anna is just... It exists. In Spanish. My god. Hold on. Let's put up fancy name generators. And if I, like, go Spanish... Will Anna pop out after a couple of clicks. We got Lara, we got April, Nadia, Nuria. Ainhoa. Alba. Almundena. Aya. Asia. Anna! Fucking Anna! I honestly, this stuff gives the impression that, like, Rosa is faking her accent. Because someone who actually speaks Spanish wouldn't have issues with this. And you might say, well, no, it's Anastasia. Like, bitch! It's still Anna. How does she even know that it has one N? I guess because it's out of Starship. But no, it's Anna for short. That's in Spanish. Come, venga, venga. The Venga bus will show you around and see the sights. Recall correctly, I saw a little bit ago. Anna looks non-pulsed. But my enthusiasm is enough to drag him along. Rose and said to show the sights around the gardens because they already said they were going to show us the sights in 2 fucking sentences, buddy. Cam it up. From award-winning displays to projects they're currently working on, we learned that the campus beautification can replace school session for students as well because, I mean, was this ever established this new game before it came up as a plot point? Before it became relevant? Huh. Another aiming to be placed there. A good thing to keep in mind. What's with that look? Wait, what's with that look? Nothing. I was just hoping they could be placing beautification. Is Anna a known troublemaker? Again, so many character traits are being piled on the main cast. We're developing nothing and just adding them on. It's like, I take after mom, I'm a health freak, I run a lot, I climb a lot, I'm a monkey, I'm a monkey, I'm a monkey, I have a tail, I slap Anon, I slap Anon, I slap Anon, I have a tail. None of it gets developed, right? None of it seems to have any depth past, it's a fun prop to pull out in a scene. And part of the problem is you have too many traits. You want to have a couple traits and just really hammer them home. Like, if you really think about Anon, he's a very complete, interesting package. Sort of. I mean, he's still a fucking shitpost of a character. But he likes video games. He actually plays video games several times over the course of the game. It's kind of implied he's not terrible at it. He shitposts online. We are confronted with this several times. We are basically asked to participate in it several times. It is also something that he doesn't want anyone to know. And this is part of why he's isolated. He also seems to think that video games are sort of like an unacceptable hobby, even though it's 2020. Like, there's a lot of things which isolate Anon and create this bubble around him that logically makes sense. You kind of see where he's coming from. And that works because it's really only a couple of traits that are super high adjacency together. But meanwhile, Anna is like trying to go to college. She's hyper energetic and trying to go places. But there's also the strong implication that she's still like tied back to home. But the story is probably not going to be about that because they're already away from home. So we cut that tie. Well, it's really weird. What are we doing? Oh, you have little faith. I'll drag you down with me when I do. Rosa laughs loudly at that. It's good to see you two get along so well. Siblings should be close, no? Shit, sorry, I had something in my eye. God, ow, ow, ow! Okay, listen. Okay, listen. There's something I want to point out. If Anna joins the gardening club, that doesn't make sense. So far, we have had that Anna is about her mom. She is health conscious. She exercises a lot. She moves around a lot. Having her join a gardening club creates yet another disconnected dimension. I don't know, man. It's like really confusing. It's like the last thing she should join. Not that they really fucking need to share track and field either. I'm just saying, come on, man. Not much of a choice when you're a twin. Anon replies dryly. I couldn't lose my little brother if I wanted to. I giggle, pointing at his bald head. Is it hard to find and all that? Everyone laughs because it's great. At least they're fucking giggling instead of everyone just laughing hard. Like it's fucking... Oh, God. I can't stand TTTs. Just fucking everyone just laughing hard. Man, they're so funny. I think the fact that Anon is, like, not into it really helps. Like, just having one person be like, what the fuck are you on? Just really helps a laugh feel more genuine than if everyone joins in like it's a fucking Reddit post. Where it's like, everyone clapped. I killed the Karen. Don't look up for the murder records. I totally killed her. She's dead and no one will ever find her body ever again. And everyone clapped. Not think here's a grumpy Anon like one of those. I mean, I don't think you're helping. I think you're making it worse. Are you making it worse just so you can rub his head? It's so weird, man. I got a good grooming in return. It's been a few days, and I can start to my tail start to itch. Just do it yourself. Surely your society's developed like personal. Like, Anon is not a monkey. A few more minutes pass by until I see Rosa leading us to the edge of the gardens and the forest part of the school grounds. I mean, I know that one of the backgrounds has implied that there is one, but I always felt it was a stock photo. It was never meant to be taken that seriously, or maybe it was an adjacent lot. And into my tail's place, our full body itches and looks at some exquisite-looking trees. Various oak species, sequoias, and even a walnut tree or two. And you know what's inside of them? It's fucking processionary caterpillars. Yeah, are those the ones I'm thinking of? It's those fucking bitch-ass caterpillars, which, like, just web up an entire tree and make it just, yeah, baby! That's what I'm thinking of. They web up the tree and the tree is just full, just absolutely full of webbing, and they're all, like, dangling down. You can see the caterpillars and everything. Oh, that's what they're called, procession. Yeah, because they move to... Ah, that's so cute. Little caterpillars. That's adorable. But yeah... The full body itches because it's full of bugs! What is Anna worried about? Like, what is actually her opposition? We know that Anon doesn't want to get exposed, so he's socially awkward. What exactly makes Anna weird, other than that she's a bit of a bitch? Which I wouldn't really consider a good character trait so far. 4 minutes pass by, so see Rosalie. Oh boy. Oh boy, right. Hey, Rosa. Oh, god damn it. Is she joining the gardening club to climb in the trees? Just fucking do that in your own spare time. The orange Anki. Listen, you can't call her an orangutan like that. I thought she'd kick up my shoes and socks, but heads and feet. I mean, if I was to climb up the tree. Heady sense, aka trees are cool. I guess we're both got the tree concept a little bit. That's good. Finally building on something. The air feels clearer. Breathing in that freshly exhaled fart gas from the trees. People are like, no, that's safer. That's clean oxygen from the clean trees. No, nope. Tree fart gas. And we'll take no further questions. There's tree tops. Aren't you like in the middle of the tree, not the top? This is my happy place. Show off slowpoke. It's a good place there. Anna. Fucking Anver. I love how that Anver got brought up, and it hasn't really been brought up much since. It's really weird. It just stopped existing. Rosa claps her hands together. Marcelo looks on with a soft smile. Dropping all fours. Ugh, you could have done a 3-point landing and been cool. Muy buen. What the? Why would you join? Who joins a gardening club to climb the trees? Gardening is like being in the dirt and the muck. And maybe like snipping a branch or two. I don't like this. Why do we add this another? She's too broad. Deepen some of her character traits. Remember that in the beginning of Snoot Game, we deepen out add-ons like insecurity about women, his shitposting stuff. It's like we do something with it. We get a lot, all things considered. And here it's like, no, we're just gonna mention things and move on. We're not doing anything. And a shtick. How is it her shtick? It would make sense if there was like a couple of potted plants at the house that they were at, hanging outside, and she's growing them for her own sport. But you don't even get that. There's no building. There's just new plants. Nothing grows. All the trees are little saplings. Join the fucking rock climbing club. Get a hobby outside of school. There's probably a rock climbing wall somewhere in town you can join up with that's better than any of this. And considering that monkeys like her are a thing, there's probably a rock climbing club that's like extra difficult for people who have the natural aptitude for it. I imagine it's not dinosaurs, because dinosaur claws probably get in the way of holding onto stuff, because claws are terrible for actually grabbing onto things. They're good for digging into substances, but they're kind of bad for gaining good grip. In a weird way. Because you can't put as much stress on them without breaking. Claws can snap fairly easily compared to bones and muscle. For being part of the club, blah, 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 more friends. Oh, she's gonna read the tarot, because we always have to do a fucking tarot reading. If I ever get around to one of my more magically inclined stories, assuming I ever get around to anything anymore these days. God. I could be like, this is a non-magical reading, don't expect anything out of it. Or it could be a magical reading, and it's just fucking hot dog shit. I have to admit... Again, her tail seems to have no specified length. It's a weird thing to point out, but a lot of... In Wani, it kind of worked because, again, they were, like, pretty much directly adjacent to one another most of the time. But people don't seem to understand that tails do not work like that. They don't bend that fast. They can't go that far. They are not that long. Actually, with the... that's a good question, though. Depends on the monkey, I guess. They go all kinds of places. I like how you've known these people for one day and you're immediately conspiring to set them up with a date with, like, the most miserable human around. And the problem I have with this is that there's no sense of irony. I don't mean it has to be written ironically and sarcastically tongue-in-cheek. I mean that none of it seems to be aware of the fact that it's sometimes weird. There's so many fics which are, like, super fucked up and are like, no, this is normal. Like, no, it's not. Anyway, I've already read the section ahead, and apparently she's going to go to a different college. I don't know why they're making a big deal out of it. It's, like, so fucked up. It's like it wants to have a plot, and it can't stick to one. I'm miserable. I'm nauseous. I'm mad. I don't have anything to say.